If you're a real kooky guy like I am, you probably enjoy video games. Long day of work, you come home, you unwind with some relaxing Rainbow Six Siege.
Wait, what the?
Maybe you play a story-driven RPG like Baldur's Gate 3, where you make tough choices like, do I have sex with this guy that's gonna turn into a bear, or do I have sex with this lady who just killed a lot of people? And for a lot of us, the relaxation that comes with playing a good video game is one of the driving factors in our love and enjoyment of the entire medium. What if I don't wanna f***ing relax? What if I wanna take this controller and beam it at the nearest child, ages 7 to 14, and say, I'm sorry, little buddy, I'm having a rough day? What if I wanna play a game from a studio so iconic they invented their own genre, known for being tough but fair? Yeah, fair, all right. Yeah, it's totally fair that I have to deal with this shit. Soulsborne, From Balls, Softborn, Dark Soulsborne, Soulsborne. I wasn't a cool kid who enjoyed Souls games until Dark Souls 3, and then after Dark Souls 3, I went back to Bloodborne. I liked it, didn't love it, but I liked it. Then I went to Elden Ring, and I was like, Elden Ring made me see the light. I saw the potential, I saw the grind, and I embraced it, and I loved it, and I beat it, and I was proud of myself. And then I tried a few other games like Neo 1, Neo 2. Didn't like them, gonna be honest. But today I want to talk about a game that pulled me in so hard that my nose grew 6 inches longer, and other parts of me grew as well. And I won't say which ones. The game called Lies of P. P, just one P. I don't think this game gets enough credit for all the things it gets right. The world feels lived in, the lore is rich, the characters are stimulating and engaging and make me want to see what's going to happen next. The combat never gets old, not even for a second. To put it bluntly, this game fucks with the lights on. If I were to tell you that From Software made this game, handed it to you, let you play it without you having any access to the internet to prove me wrong, I guarantee you would believe me. This video is intended to express the things about the game that I think could pull you in, even if you're not a From Software fan. Even if you don't go out of your way to experience extremely challenging games built around FromSoft's iconic formula, I think you'll find things to love in Lies of P that could perhaps pull you through the game regardless and get you invested. It's not a game for the faint of heart. It's incredibly difficult, and some of the bosses will take you upwards of 20 to 30 tries if you're not an experienced Souls gamer, and even if you are, you might still struggle on a few of them. The thing that got me to finish this game twice now is the characters, it's the world, it's the storyline and the choices that you make along the way which influence the endings you get. It's the endless weapon combinations that you can experiment with and tinker with and create a brand new build around. It's the fact that no matter how many times I fight these enemies, it's still fun. And it's also the fact that Pinocchio is just so gosh darn cute. Look at this boy, look at this handsome fella. This game has a cat that you can pet. Do I need to say more than that? It's fair to compare Lies of P to Bloodborne, but what I don't think is fair is to say that it's some sort of cheap imitation. If anything, it feels like a spiritual successor with its own identity and its own story to tell. You can tell the developers were deeply inspired by Pinocchio lore, even though all I know about Pinocchio is what I've seen in Shrek, which is that he wears a thong and his nose grows whenever he lies. This idea of puppetry, this idea of what makes us human, this idea of the lengths we would go to achieve godhood, to achieve immortality, to bring the dead back to life, these things are front and center in Lies of P, and it's beautifully depicted. Since the point of this video is to challenge you to give this game a try if you're someone who doesn't typically like FromSoft games, allow me to explain some of the things Lies of P does differently that give you a little bit of an advantage and a little bit of a different experience. Your last health file will regenerate over time. Your souls will spawn outside of the boss door instead of inside of the boss door, making it much easier to recoup your losses and get the hell out of there if you need to regroup. The game has a great feature that tells you which NPCs you need to talk to progress certain quest lines, and it categorizes them by location. The game places an equal emphasis on both dodging and parrying, so if you're the type of person that would prefer to dodge, you can get away with this for most of the time, but the best way to play the game is to try to get good at both. All these things and tons more lead to a completely different experience than your typical From Software game. Hey, it's me again. I'm wearing a different shirt now. This YouTube thing's crazy, huh? To summarize this, let me just say that From Software has always been known as a developer that focuses on environmental storytelling. For people that want to turn on a video game and have a good storyline told to them, From Software games are typically not the ones you want at all. You're going to have to read item descriptions, you're going to have to read documents, you're going to have to infer a bunch of stuff about what you're seeing in the environment. In Lies of P, you get an amazing story with a beginning, middle, and multiple endings based on what you choose throughout the game. It makes the game that much more engaging when you're deciding, do I lie to this insane, sad old woman who wants to be told that her baby, which is really a puppet, is actually a beautiful baby? Do I tell her that, or do I tell her the truth and break her heart? Like, that's a fake baby, you crazy lady, I'm sorry. And there's about a dozen more scenarios like that will change the outcome of the game, and I think that's just so cool. While I love Lies of P, there are problems with the game. There were a few bosses I didn't love, like the Door Guardian, which is kind of a gimmick boss, and a few other fights that I thought could have been done done better. Like there's a certain 4v1 boss fight that can kiss the whitest part of my little white ass. Calm down, Vector. And while the game is not without its flaws, I do firmly believe that out of all the Souls-likes that exist, at least the ones I've played, this is the very best one. And even if you do compare the game directly to all the From Software titles that you may love or you may hate, I think there's enough here for you to get a unique experience out of that you're gonna find special even if you quit 2 hours in. I think you're still gonna be happy that you gave this game a chance, and I think the fact that it's on Game Pass, which is how I played it by the way, I'm saying pretty good deal. It's worth it, man. Vector was mad at me every time I killed a puppet. He was like, hey, leave my people alone, man. All right? Leave the automatons alone. Calm down. It's fine. Everything's fine. So he's pissed right now. I'm telling you what. Go follow us on twitch.tv/DakandVector if you want to see goofy content, a guy and his robot playing video games. It's kind of like Mystery Science Theater 3000, but way worse. If you want to keep up with our wacky antics and enjoy some more dissections of video games and other forms of pop culture, I might cover movies and TV and anime eventually, but you know, YouTube always recommends you make yourself a little niche and you stay in it for a while. And I know there's not enough white dudes with beards on the internet talking about video games already, so I was like, dude, let's make this our niche. What a great idea. Everyone will see these videos, right? Because there's not enough people talking about video games on the internet all the time, right? Subscribe here on YouTube. We're gonna make some cool shit. Brand new YouTube shorts once a week about amazing games you probably haven't played yet. That's the series. And then on TikTok, we'll upload those same videos. And then on Twitch, we're streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays around 5:30 p.m. Central Time. I don't know why I did this with my hand. We'll see. But yeah, if you have any ideas for what you'd like to see next, please let me know. I would love that. I would love to hear from you down in the comments as well. If you've made it this far in the video, dude, you're a champion. You're a freaking legend, dude. What a legend you are, dude. No one's watching until the end, I guarantee you. I don't know if I'm that entertaining, but I appreciate your time regardless if you've made it this far. Why is there an ad playing behind me? It's ruining everything. Don't look at that. Look at me. Thank you for being here. I sincerely appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.